What is the point of business? Today, I'm going to discuss why it's so important to ask yourself that question when you are trying to build a business. Because once you really start to understand what the point of business is, you can start to actually find success. Look, there's so much business advice out there right now. There's such an abundance of information. It's hard to figure out what we should listen to and what we shouldn't listen to. But what I've learned, and which has been a very common thread through all the successful entrepreneurs out there that I've listened to, that I've had the pleasure of being around, is this one simple concept. And that concept is your job as an entrepreneur is to solve people's problems, right? Find a problem and fix it with a solution. You see, you always have to come into business with that frame, right? That frame of what are the problems out there in the world right now. And if you want to build a massive business, identifying what are the biggest problems that I can solve out there. What are the biggest markets with the biggest problems that I can solve? Once you start thinking about that, you're going to start entering a market where you can actually make money, right? When I started my first business, never really made money off of it. I didn't really understand the market. I didn't understand the market well enough. I thought I did, but I didn't. I tried to create a group coaching program for young men. And, my experience as a young man, I thought that gave me the knowledge and the understanding to be able to solve young men's problems. But you see, I didn't have product market fit. People didn't want to join my coaching program to pay for my program, right? So that didn't work. Then I pivoted and started thinking about, what business can I start that is beginner friendly, that I can get up and running fairly quickly. And, I'd always known, for the past couple of years about the agency space, but I never really entertained it because it didn't seem like something interesting to me. But then I started to realize, man, it is a very, interesting space to be in. And it's very easy to become successful in it. It really is. I only started a couple weeks ago. I already got my first client and should be landing my second one. It's really is a simple process, right? It's really finding a market that, maybe you understand it. If you don't understand it, fine. Once you jump in and sign that first client, you're going to learn. Trust me, because as human beings, we are all good people, I think. Most of you watching this video, at least, we want people to be successful. We want to help people when we take their money, right? So when you sign your first client and you get that payment, you're going to be like, man, now I got to figure out how to fulfill on, the service or on the promise that I made to this client. Now I'm in business. You're not in business until that starts. Because even when you're doing a free trial and all this nonsense, you're not going to be putting in the hustle, right? Because you're just be like, it's a free trial at the end of the day, right? I don't got to try that hard, right? That's where your mind's going to be. I don't care who you are. If you're on a free trial, you are not going to try that hard. Most of you won't. Once you get that first payment, you'll be like, man, now, I want to do good for them. I don't want to do wrong by them. And you don't want that payment to get refunded, right? So those are two things that are going to motivate you more than anything else to get results for your clients, right? So finding a problem is simple, right? Look at the other problems that people are solving in any market, no matter what market you want to be in. People are solving problems every single day, making things better, more efficient, mostly with software and service-based businesses, right? Those are the things that are problem-solving vehicles right now for businesses. So identify what's the biggest problem. How can I solve it? Do what other people are doing and improve on it, right? Don't try and start something new, right? You can start a lawn mowing business and, make millions of dollars. You can, right? There's a need for it. There's a demand for it, right? There's also a demand for, plumbing, right? Like that's an essential service that so many people need, right? So, or roofing or any of these things, right? Like these are all businesses that aren't going to go away anytime soon, and which can be improved upon. Solve the biggest problems in those industries, do what they do and do it a little better, and you're going to be successful, right? And that's exactly what I'm doing with this agency model that I'm getting into, right? Talking to people in the industry that I'm tackling, right? Really understanding their pain points, understanding, what's the biggest thing they struggle with, even with the agencies that they're working with right now. What frustrates them? Are they seeing results or not? And if they are seeing results, could it be better? Right? Find the problem, solve it, and you become invaluable. And the more you do it, the better and better and better you're going to get. And then you're going to have a systematized process, right? At first, it's all you, right? Right now, it's all me doing the sales, the service, fulfillment, everything, right? That's all me right now. But as I grow and as I get better and better, I'm going to be able to start delegating, right? And then I'm going to start finding the systematized process. I'm going to start finding the framework that works, and I can package that together. And then I don't have to work with people on an individual basis. I can sell them the process, the proven framework that works, right? And that is going to be the way that you can serve people best, by having a proven process. Once you figured out what works, and if it can be duplicated and replicable across the whole industry, you've won. I know multiple people who have done this in the gym niche, real estate, solar, dental, med spas, chiropractic. There's so many different industries that you can start an agency in, right? I really think it's the best model from what I can see right now to start off with, not long term. If you want to be, a billionaire, an agency is not going to get you there. But it is the greatest, it is the best first step, I see, because you learn everything about business. You learn sales. You learn order fulfillment, right? You learn everything. You learn everything you need to learn to be great in business. So I would suggest starting it. I've decided to start it, and I'm going to pursue it, and I think I'm going to do really well with it. But yeah, main point of this video was, don't start a business going into it thinking, how can I make the most money? You will lose every time. Guaranteed. I guarantee you 100% you will lose if that's the first question you ask. What business can I start to make the most money? The first question you should ask is, what problem can I solve? Say, how can I serve you, right? To anyone you want to work with, right? And, I don't like having to, work for free and all this stuff, but if you have to, go do it, okay? I do think if you accept a payment from someone, it's going to motivate you more to want to actually fulfill on the service. Like I said, for those two reasons, you want to do right by people and you don't want to get your money refunded. So yeah, I would just recommend, really doing a deep dive, thinking about what you know already, what industries you've had experience in. If your parents owned a business or, your family owns a business, maybe you have a ton of knowledge about that business specifically and you can help people, right? And then find the biggest pain points, see what other people are doing, and improve on it, right? You'll crush it. There's no way around it. Don't try and create something new. Build on what's already out there. I want to thank you for watching today's video. If you want to learn more about me and what I do, you can click the link in my description and also check out my Instagram over there as well. And yeah, grateful for you being here today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.